if you guys didn't know, I currently still live with my parents. So I'm still in the old house, so everything kind of looks the same almost. But we've got a couple different changes. But other than that, I'll just be jump roping right here in front of my front door, and we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, as you can see here, time, not about 12 minutes. But now, finally done. I'm gonna go ahead and work out in my room. I'll show you guys how that looks like. So as you can see here, there's nothing really too special. Just got my bench and then I've got like a squat rack. So we'll just go ahead and do my 1 hour workout. LG playing with the kick. Alright, I'm gonna finish my workout, and after that, I'm going to show you guys how I made royalty. Look out for that soon. Alright, if you made it past the intro, thank you guys so much for being able to do that. But if you guys just skipped here, welcome. We're gonna go ahead and talk about everything I did with the beat for royalty. After that, then we'll talk about my vocals. But let's first start with the beat. So as you can see here, I have my drums, and have a hi-hat, have a kick obviously, some rim shots, and a snare, and an open hat. So let's go ahead and look at each one by one. If you guys do want to know how I mix these, please let me know. I will make another separate video of how I mixed. There's a lot more producers in the YouTube scene, but not really enough mixers out there. So if you guys do want to see how I mixed it, please let me know. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So this is the kick. This is how it sounds like. So the kick is very open because I have a very more busy bass, as you can see here. I have a more busy bass because I wanted the bass to be more vibey, I guess. For me, I like keeping my kicks, especially for anything R&B, I like to keep them very open so that the singer can also do more expression. And yeah. After that, we have a simple hi-hat. That's how it sounds like. So the hi-hat isn't really too much. If anything, I'm giving it that human feeling, being able to play a higher note and then the lower note at the very next note. Basically every other note is loud, and after that the note is a little bit more quieter, so it gives it that really human feeling. So really simple open hi-hat. Here's how the rim shot sounds like. Nothing really too complicated with the rim shot because I, again, like I said, really like to keep things simple. And yeah, so here's how the snare sounds like. So you can see both sounds are a little different because one sounds like it's from the 90s, and the others actually sounds like it's, modern. It's the modern snare, as people like to call it, a trap snare. So this is what they sound like both together. Right, so it's nothing really too complicated. And this is the open hi-hat that I have that comes during the chorus. So yeah, very simple. Now let's go ahead and talk about the pads. This is what the first pad sounds like. This is what the second pad sounds like. This is what the third pad sounds like. So each one has a little unique texture that it gives to the sound. If we were to put them all together, this is how the pads were to sound. So yeah, I really liked how each pad could be layered and really still sound like a normal pad. It just has a lot of love and texture to it. Texture, layers. Anyways, yes. So let's go ahead and go to the guitar now. This is what the guitar sounds like. So you can see the guitar is also very simple. I didn't really do anything else to the guitar in terms of, adding any riffs or just a simple strum. Yeah, I used all those sounds with my Stratocaster, and I've been using it ever since. I've used it in a bunch of other songs. So yeah, this is the bass. This is the bass. This is where the busy bass comes in. After the kick has been very simplified, this is how the bass sounds like. Very more busier bass because I thought I liked how the bass sounded when it kind of did more things together. So this is how the whole beat sounds now. Well, yeah, that is how I made Royalty the beat. Now, let's go ahead and get over to the vocal tracks and I'll show you how I kind of did everything. So, now that we're out of FL Studio, I use FL Studio to make my beats. I've been using FL since 2017, so I find it to be very easy for me to use on a day-to-day basis. But for recording vocals, I found that Ableton is really nice and super fun, super easy. So, as you can see here, here's the mix that I did for Royalty. And let's go ahead and just start with these harms that I do in the very beginning. If anything, these are also in the chorus as well, but let's just go ahead and talk about these. So, these are what they sound like. Let's just solo the harms. So when I do my harms, I feel bad for anyone that uses harm plugins because they don't have the ability to think in their head, oh, okay, so for a harmony, this is the next note that I need, and that's basically how I do my harmonies. So yeah, so you can here's the first harmony that plays. So that was what I was thinking about when I heard this. I was like, I really like how this harm sounds, so I duplicated it twice, and this is how it sounds like together. So you can see it isn't really lined up together, but they sound good, you know what I mean? So I liked how those sounded, and this is what the high harms sound like. So yeah, those are how the high harms sound like, and then I have some low harms. So this is basically how I structure my things. I look for the harmony that I really like in my head, and then I'll basically layer it back to back. So yeah. So this is how the harms sound like all together again. So yeah, didn't really do too much with the harmonies, but yeah, that's how it sounds like. Now we have the lead vocal. I did a lot of takes. Basically my process is I'll record maybe like 1 to 2 lines. When I go over them, I'll start with 1 to 2 lines. I'll be like, do I like that? Well, I'm gonna keep doing, I'm doing basically just 5 takes of them, but sometimes I don't even like my 5th take. I'll be like, okay, I'll try again and again and again and again. And so that's basically how I do the take. But yeah, really simple. Didn't really do too much aside from maybe adding a couple of things where I talk in the middle of it, if that makes sense. Little like highlights, if people would like to call them. I'm not really like ad-libs where I'm like saying something right after. It's just kind of like a highlight. 'Cause you're missing out. yeah, that's that. Here, let's hear this one now.
May not even make it. Optimism.
These are what these sound like. I actually really liked how these sounded after I heard them go through. That's how they sound like.
Might not even make it.
So yeah, this one is actually an ad lib where, you know, I say something after and then it comes right after. So
May not even make it. Optimism's in my back pocket.
So here's the next one. So this one is an actual, like, I'm harmonizing with the main track or the main vocal.
But love for you is really all that I have left. And if
Yeah, it's really simple stuff. And then after that, I'm just singing the exact same thing at the very beginning. So here's what that sounds like.
give you what you need. I don't got everything but your royalty. A simple task that you designated me. And if you ask, baby, I'll give what you need with no hesitancy.
So this is what this sounds like. I do have some other things down here. These are like higher parts of my voice that I wanted to add at the very, you know, just ear candy stuff at the very back.
What you need, I don't got everything but your royalty. A simple task that you designated me. And if you ask, baby, I'll give what you need with no hesitancy.
So this is what I have at the second chorus.
Always on my mind.
So this is what, another more ad-lib again.
You've been on my mind lately, losing track.
This is actually like a staple of mine to say in almost all my songs. I say always on my mind at the very end of the song sometimes, and sometimes, well, I found a way to put it in this song. So here's what this next harmony sounds like.
Getting to you lately.
So this one I'm pretty sure is with the vocals, with the main vocal.
Girl, I know it's been getting to you lately.
Really simple stuff. And then last thing is this part right here. So let's see what this sounds like.
Don't cry.
So yeah, just the full-on harmony of just ad-libs. So this is what it sounds like.
Don't cry, baby, please don't cry. I'll always be by your side. Put your tears.
And that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know down in the comments. But yeah, this is how I made royalty with Ableton and FL Studio. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
And if you ask, baby, I'll give what you need with no hesitancy. What you need.